Historically, artists have always struggled with one thing and one thing only. That is making money. Now look, making money is very hard, but you can make it easy if you can just make your art, bring it where the customers are, and sell it. Now think art fairs, flea markets, festivals, street corner, public gathering, or even at your churches, mosque, temples, after prayers and services. Just know that wherever there are people, there's always gonna be money there. So my goal here is, by the end of this video, I want you to have that confidence and then go out there and go get some of that money. Let's break it down. So number one, just create your art. Like I'm here working on a hoodie that I'm painting on right now. I know that the difference between me and anybody out there. Now, for example, I'm in New York City. The Knicks just won the championship. And congrats to the Knicks. If you go out there, New York is like flipped upside down right now. Everybody's happy, everybody's enjoying. It's a great time to be in New York. And the street is flooded with the Knicks merch. Everybody selling something. Now, these are not artists, these are hustlers, people who are go-getters. They just go out there and buy something for $1 and sell it for $2. Buy it for $5 and sell it for $10. Now, as an artist, you can also create your own thing, that thing of yours. And whatever that costs you, so let's say if I paint a t-shirt and I do the math and it costs me, say, 15, 10, or 20, I also take it out there and sell it for 40 or 50. So wherever there are people, you're gonna always find money there. Now, these people are out there, the street is flooded right now, and everybody is buying something because it's a good time to be in New York. It's a good time, the street, everybody's feeling good. And people are in a good mood. So they're spending money. And then you have your hustlers, people who just will go to the print shops and get merch printed on the t-shirts, on the banners, on towels, and you just name it. And then they're out there and they're selling. And I think that is artist Achilles heel, if I'm using the right word. The artists are really, really great at coming out with whatever it is that we have here. We create beautiful pieces, but I think it's been sold to us that somebody always has to do the job. Artists, you need an agent. You need that guy, that manager. You need that guy that's gonna do all the runnings for you. We are in a time where we have the social media, we have all these tools and all these apps out there that we can use. And yes, it's so hard, it's so tough, but we have to do it on our own. We cannot wait for no one to come and do this for us as an artist. So I'm doing everything myself. I will paint my stuff and bring it outside in the midst of these hustlers selling the print shop printed on t-shirts. And I'm out here selling my hand-painted, handmade pieces. So if they price it low, I'm pricing it high because it's unique. If you come and talk to me, you're talking to the artist and I'm selling an art piece. And I think as an artist, that's what we win. That's where, when this whole Knicks thing is over, I hope Knicks win back-to-back championship. But next year, if a different team wins, guess what? The streets will be quiet. And that town, it can be Minnesota, it could be Atlanta, it could be Miami, it can be in LA. That street will be flooded with a whole different vibration. Then in New York, the streets in New York will be quiet. So all those people will get out of the streets. The street is still gonna be there. The people are still gonna be there. So as an artist, because we create a timeless pieces, we create product that can go a long way. We can always create, and the only thing that I think is the struggle is we love to create, but we don't like to go out there and go hustle and go sell it. And that's the only way we can get out of the struggle. You can create, but you have to sell it. We have to sell it. That's what makes making money a little bit easier for us. It's always been a struggle for artists. If you go all the way back in history, artists have always struggled. Some of the top artists that we know actually never lived to enjoy the fruits of their art. They create and create and create and create, and it's a struggle to sell. So at the end of the day, they would pass away. They will pass away and leave their work behind, and then it becomes a legacy for the family. So if you don't want to struggle as an artist today and you want to make a living, yes, social media is good, it's working, and I am on there, but you can't just depend on social media to make a living. I have my email list, I have my website, I have my social media, I have all these apps and all these apps that I subscribe to. And it's still not enough. It's still not enough as an artist to just depend on those automations, those stuff to just bring in the money. I have to be there. Availability is my number one secret. Availability, me being available out there, people see me. Oh, are you the artist? You created? Oh, this is amazing. Oh, do you have an Instagram? What is it you make? I do have some canvases in the studio. Here's my website. Check it out. Look at it. Go to my Instagram. Check out my YouTube. When people meet me out in the street and they see all this stuff, as soon as I show them those touch points, it makes it easy for them to make a decision, an impulsive decision right there and make a purchase. I cannot imagine someone being out there just selling for me or depending on someone to just hustle for me, and I'm just going to be home or just going to be in my studio and just creating the art, and all I do is just make the art. And I think that is so old school. So if you're an artist today, one of the greatest things you can do is to create your art and bring it out and meet the people and let the people see you, let the people get to know you, and let the world get to know that you are an artist and this is what you do. This is what you love to do. And it's so cool to be an artist. I met this lady yesterday, and she conversation ensued, and she was like, "You look like an artist," and I said, "Yeah, I'm an artist." So she took my information. She went on my Instagram, on my website. She went on Google, looked me up, and I actually walked down the block. By the time I came back, she's done all those research. She looked at all those channels, and then when I came back, she grabbed me. She was like, "Dude, you have such a cool life. You so cool." You understand? That's what people feel about artists. That's what people feel about artists. They feel like, yo, artists are the coolest on earth. So go out there and let the people embrace you. Go out there and go interact with the people. Find out whatever. I don't care how big, how small your town is. That's the way, one of the main ways to go. Especially if you don't have a huge following on social media. I don't. My Instagram following is probably like 4,300 or something like that. I do not depend on Instagram to make a living. I do not depend on my website solely to make a living. I do not depend on my email list solely to make a living. I depend on everything piece by piece. And I have to sit down every night to create something on the computer or paint something physical or write my email for the next week. Like it's so much on my plate, and I have to do all that stuff in order to succeed. So it's not easy being an artist. It's a hard work, and that can take away from actually making the money. And you can't do all this stuff and still not show up in the streets, because that's where we need to engage in this beautiful exchange where people acquire your beautiful art, whether it's on a coffee mug, whether it's on a t-shirt, on a small canvas, or on a just loose canvas, or what have you. And then they give you their currency, they give you the money. Because at that moment, you cherish or you value that money more than you value your art. And your art is super valuable. But at that moment, they also value your art more than they value the money that they're giving to you. So to them, they got it for cheap. They got it for such an incredible deal. they have no problem. And for you, it's the same way. Like, man, that's a good deal. I just created this yesterday, and somebody's giving me $50 for this. Yeah, hell yeah. And then so it's a beautiful exchange. It's such a peaceful and value for value exchange. So that is how easy it is. I mean, the easiest way it is for us to make money is to bring something and exchange it with the people. Otherwise, I don't see any other. We cannot sit here and wait for someone to make it for us. So create your art and bring it out to the people and sell. Number 2, bring it, like I said, bring it wherever they're gathering. It could be, if you can't go to all those other places, you might be a member of some kind of community, a church, a mosque, a temple, or something. On that day that everybody gathers in that place, congregate and pray or services, what have you, I see, sometimes I will pass by a church or something, and I always see they have like a little marketing going on after the church, and people selling their own thing. Like, be a part of that. Those small communities, those small things, it goes a long way. It matters. And usually I think artists don't like to get into those things. That's how you make money. Those small money goes a long way. And somebody will tell somebody to tell somebody. I received a phone call. Actually, it's not a phone call. It was a message, DM on Instagram. This lady telling me that, oh, I just recommended you to a cousin of mine in Oakland. So look out, she's about to place an order. And by the time I finish replying them, that order is in from Oakland. This is a small thing that somebody just bought something from you. And it goes a long way, and it just trickled down to them telling somebody else, and that person tells somebody else. And over time, it builds your base. Over time, these small things, these small communities build your base. So, but sometimes we sleep on those things. You sleep on going out in the street where there's people and maybe make 5 sales or make 15 contacts, 15 connections, and make 3 sales. It goes a long way. Those 15 contacts will come back a month, 2, 3 months later and becomes a purchase. And those 3 purchases that you make that day will go a long way to referring someone to come and check you out. So that's how it goes. Stop sleeping on those small gatherings. After the mosque, after church, after temple, all those places. Show up, let them know that you are an artist, you are a creator. Bring it there. Always, 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 always. Wherever you find people, you're gonna always find money. So just remember that. And number 3 is learn to communicate. One of the hardest things for me to do is I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't even know there's a power in communication. But communication has always been a powerful tool, a super incredible powerful tool. I didn't even know that's something that you even have to think about. But by me being out there selling over and over and over time, now I learned that, oh, that communication they're talking about, that's what I'm doing now. Because it's easy now for me to just talk about my art. When somebody showed up, we can have a conversation, and they ask about me. They ask, what's your story? So how long you been doing art? Are you self-taught? Did you study? And then we just go, who's your favorite artist? And these conversations goes a long way, but it's you communicating, you giving them answers, a concise and a persuasive answers that they are so happy to hear, and just standing in front of you as an artist, hearing you breaking down who your favorite artists are, what your style is, what inspires you, and so on and so forth. That goes a long way in convincing them to become customers, convincing them to put money to their hands in their pocket and put that money into your pocket. So just so you know, as an artist, you are so cool. Your life is so cool. And people love to engage and interact with you as an artist. But if you don't go out there to go connect, there will be no connection. If you don't go out there to go connect, there will be no connection. So even if you don't know how to sell, like me, hello, I didn't know how to do all the, I just showed up, but I guess the art would do the work. The art did most of the work. So I showed up, and people see that what I'm selling is more art versus what others are just selling. So people come to me and we just talk art. And over time, I learned to like, okay, yeah, all right, check it out. And then, so now I have to incorporate, yes, I'm an artist, but I also have to learn how to sell. So now, okay, I started doing that. And then, yes, I'm an artist. I also have to learn how to communicate. So now I've started, okay, all right, let me learn how to communicate. Yes, I'm an artist, so I also have to learn how to be very, very friendly, very persuasive. Show up and with a smile on my face and make that person feel safe around me. And we have this conversation, especially if that person starts talking about art. And we could talk about it all day, every day. So by the time that person walks away, even if they don't buy something, they feel like, yo, I wish I had money to buy. But let me connect with you on all these social medias, and you sold them something that they would tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So, and if you do these things over time, if you just make your art, if you just find a way to bring it to people, whether in the street, flea market, art fairs, festivals, street corners, your church, your mosque, your temple, if you find a way to bring it where people gathers, weekly, every 3 days, or monthly, or bi-monthly, whatever it is, or bi-weekly, whatever you want to call it, if you are able to just show up there, and as you're doing it, you're learning to communicate, you learn to sell, you learn to be persuasive, be friendly, you learn to smile. I wasn't always smiling, but now I have to like smile. I remember one day when I first started, I was sitting, and I was sitting in front of my work, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was just telling, and then this lady walked past and she came back like, are you the person that sells? Are you the artist? She was like, but why aren't you smiling? You have this smile. And I almost took it personal, but that was a lesson. And when she finished and she left, I was like, yeah, that's true. And since that day, I've never, every time that switch back on, I put that smile on my face. And sometimes people think something is wrong with me because they come and you see me smiling, like they look at me like, do you know me or something? But it's just that I have to stay friendly. I'm selling something. I'm creating a safe spot, safe environment for someone. If you walk in, you feel safe. And if we have a conversation, if you have money, even if you're not ready to purchase, that engagement can lead to you making a purchase. So if you do these things over and over and over and over and over again, you find out that you start to master it. You start to master it. Now it's just natural for me. When somebody shows you, I just get up and just go, and just before you know it, we like it. You're so cool. And then it leads to purchase. It leads to they're telling someone, and someone hitting me up from Germany like, yo, I need a couple of so would you please? Yes, okay. And then they would just send the money. They've never met me before. They would send money before I even make what it is that they want and to send. And 2 days ago, someone just sent me a message from Germany on WhatsApp that, hey, I just received everything. I just received my whole package. Thank you so much. You're amazing. They're so beautiful. And yes, that makes you feel good, but also this is my way of trying to get out of poverty completely. This is my way of trying to buy back my time. So moving forward, life will be much easier. I don't want to be this thin, a struggling artist, this broke artist, this thing. I don't want it on top of my head. I want it gone. So if you also want that thing gone, then create your art, show up where people are, and sell. And do it over and over and over again, and you will master it. I hope you found some value in this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and do it over and over and over again. And go out there and go get money. Go out, create, and go out there where there's people and go get money. I hope this hit the spot. I see you on the next video. Salute. One.